Hello everyone, my name is Betty Dubois and welcome to Butterfly Whispers Pick a Card reading. If you like the reading, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the future videos. I hope that you enjoy today's reading. Hi everyone and welcome to Pick a Card for week number 2 in April. This is the 8th through to the 14th of April. As I did last month, what I'll do is the last week will be a long week, so we get to the end of April. But anyway, so this is week number 2 from the 8th through to the 14th. So make your selection of what's going to happen for the week. It's a very brief week reading, 2 or 3 minutes long, 3 tarots, 3 of my normal poker deck and 1 Lenormand. And I do think Lenormand, I always call it Lenormand, but anyway, I do think I forgot to pull a Lenormand last week for pile number 3. Anyway, never mind. So we have piles 1, 2 and 3. Make your selection for the week ahead and good luck, guys. Okay, for those of you that chose pile number 1 for the week of April the 8th to the 14th, good luck. I'm not reading upside down cards. We have marriage and commitment backed by cheating and lying. And then we have commitment to love. Whoa. Okay, these are very opposing cards. The strength is with love, commitment and marriage. And then we have this stealing, lying, cheating going on. So we have some sort of... I feel this may be a third party thing going on in this week of April for whoever this is. This is marriage, commitment, stability, followed by cheating and lying to somebody. And then we have this declaration of love and like the soulmate. So I'd like to believe that your week is going to be more about this. I just feel like there might be a hiccup in the middle of the week. It might be where you're all committed to what you're doing, and then you or somebody else during the week, something comes into play here, but then it gets back on track. So what else have we got? Yeah, we got commitment to love, commitment to marriage, and then we've got a marriage imbalanced. Okay, so I feel this is all about commitment, marriage and love in the second week. You can have this, you and your partner, you and somebody, you can have all of this. This is beautiful. If these 2 cards weren't here, this is really beautiful. This is showing an imbalance. Somebody from the outside is interfering in this week. I don't know what that noise is, but excuse me for that. That's something in the background here. Let's just get a Lenormand on that. Okay, Lenormand. It's the garden. That's sort of like going out and meditating and contemplating your future and watching things grow. And it can be about stresses and things as well. I feel for some of you, you might be dealing with 2 separate people. You might be in a relationship and solid, but your best friend's going through some sort of crap in their relationship, or someone you talk to on the outside of your relationship has got something going on. You might even get a proposal from someone to do the wrong thing. I'm thinking, looking at this, you're choosing marriage and stability. That's what it looks like to me. And this is like contemplating something, and it may even be a meeting outdoors. It may be a meeting somewhere outdoors going on in the second week of April. I'd have to say it looks like it's something that shouldn't be happening, simply because we've got this 7 of Swords sitting in the middle, which I really don't like it sitting there. So unfortunately, it's good and it's not so great for pile number 1. If you stick to your guns, you can have commitment, love and loyalty and all those sorts of things going on. If you do have temptation or someone trying to throw a spanner in the works, I'd be walking away from that really quickly. You may need time to retreat and that, and go out into the garden and just, retreat and have a good think about things. It's not all bad. There is only that one really bad card here, because this is just showing a minor imbalance with something that's very stable and solid. And we've got the soulmate, and as well as the heart overflowing with love. So we've got beautiful cards for week number 1, but just be careful of whatever this is. It may be a temptation on your side, or it may be an influence coming from the outside. It may even just be a stress and a fear, and it's not actually anything going on at all. So that's what we have for pile number 1 for week number 2. which is the 8th through to the 14th of April. Okay, pile number 2, let's have a look at what you get for the week of the 8th through to the 14th of April. Good luck, guys. Let's hope for a nice set of cards. We have the 5 of Cups. You might be a little bit sad this week. Now, what you've got to remember with the 5 of Cups is you're looking at all the sadness, all the past things. Behind you is these 2 cups of love. This is like commitment, love, two people working on the same journey together, but your face is looking at all of what went wrong or all the sadness, and you could be very emotional in week number 2 of April. Yep. We've got the nightmares, the fears, the stressing out. So you might be very, very stressed in week number 2 in April. You've got communication going on. You might need to go out and talk to somebody, or you might need to have a talk to somebody and get whatever this is in your head out. So I feel like it looks like a little bit of a tough week for people that chose pile number 2, but I do feel you might be very busy and a lot of communication going on in a positive way here. Let's just have a look what we got here. Okay, we got the helpful friend. Yeah, we got 8s going on, so the 8th may be very important with communication. You might be finding something out and it might stress you out a little bit, or you might be communicating with someone about something that's stressful. Yeah, you got the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Spades. So there's something that's, usually this card's sort of like where you find something out and you're just not sure what to do about it. Now, some of you might have a financial issue in week number 2. It might be where you get a bill that's $900, but you've only got $800. So it's where something might cost a little bit too much. So it could be something financial as well that's stressing you out. This can be busy and work cards and making the money, but it just does look like there's something really stressing you out, either around finances or around conversations. But we do have this heartbreak sort of, it's sort of like where you're going over the past and worried about things that have happened, and you're really, really worrying yourself there. So let's see if we get a nice Lenormand card to put on top of that. Okay, it's the mountains, but it's also got the clouds that are clearing. So there's a bit of a mountain to cross in week number 2 for those of you who chose pile number 2. So between the 8th through to the 14th, it is just a weekly reading. And if you choose number 2 for next week's reading, it's probably going to be totally different and a lot better. I just feel like something's coming to a head here. Someone's been irresponsible. Now, don't believe everything you hear, because we do have a black and a red 8, and that can mean where someone's telling you something and it's not the full truth, and then the truth is out there. That's truth and lies, what we got going on there. It may be around this person here. Like I said, she's normally everybody's friends, but she can be a flirty person, can be flirty, bubbly. I tend to believe this person normally has dark hair, brown hair, maybe ripply hair. It doesn't have to be a female, it can be a male as well. Now, for some of you, this might have something to do with a painful pregnancy. So you might be having a bit of trouble with your pregnancy, because we got the baby boy, we got the mother, we got the 9 months, and we got, it's where it's, like you're getting a lot of aches and pains and things going on. Now, this would then turn the 8s into some sort of medication or a food or something like that. So you might have a bit of a tough week if you're pregnant at the moment. Other than that, you might be having trouble getting pregnant, because I feel this troubles around a pregnancy. Nothing to do with anything drastic. To me, it's like it's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable week, and there's some sort of medication or therapy or something that can help you with all of this. And it's only a short week. It'll be over soon, and then you get over this mountain, you get over this hump. But yeah, for some of you, I just feel like you might be getting information, or you might be seeking information, and you just feel like you're getting 2 stories. You feel like there's one story and there's another story, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. So unfortunately, it looks like it's a bit of a tough week for people who chose pile number 2. Last but not least, pile number 3 for the week of the 8th to the 14th of April. Good luck, guys. Let's see what we get for you guys. Hopefully it's nicer than pile number 2. We have the 8 of Pentacles, working hard on your money. We have being defensive. and we have building for the future and also analysing a situation. I feel like for some of you, this is all about work and money, and you're just sort of throwing yourself into work in the second week. Just be careful that you're not putting walls up for somebody. It could be somebody's putting walls up towards you, or you're putting walls up towards somebody. When I see 9 of clubs in the normal poker deck, because that's 9 of wands, 9 of clubs is like, it can be chitty chatter, it can be jealousy, it can be a little bit of lying going on. But I just feel like this is where either you or somebody else putting a wall up. I do feel like there's a lot of hard work on the horizon where you're trying to save money for something, and then you might tap into it because it drops from an 8 to a 7. So you might have been saving for a holiday, or you might have been saving for a car, and then you put a lot of hard efforts in, and then there's something else that you've got to pay, and then the money comes down. So there might be stresses around money in this week, but I just feel like for most of you, this is a lot of hard work on earning money, and you're trying to make financial decisions for your future of what you want to do with your future. Also, we have irresponsibility going on around you. We have the committed loving, it doesn't have to be a husband, it could be a brother, it could be a father figure, but this person usually, they got their arms to wrap around you. And then we've got the card that can represent a divorced person, or it can represent a marriage or a partnership that is on the rocks. There's some sort of lack of commitment there on one person's side. The funny thing is, this guy here, he's long-term committed, he's watching over the whole family, he wants everything to be beautiful and wonderful. And if these cards were read, this would be a nice journey, not just at work, but at home. But I feel like either him or her or whoever it is, I feel like someone in the partnership, there is something where they're just not picking up the pieces, they're not being responsible for their actions, and they're just not committed to whatever it is they're doing. So it's sort of like two stories here. I feel this might be a personal story and this might be a work story. It's almost like two different things going on for one person. So let's just get another message here for pile number 3. We have someone being stubborn here. This is like where you're just putting the foot down and you're just like, I'm sick of this. This ship sailed. It's sort of like something that may have gone on in the past, and that might be why we got this defensive behavior going on here. So someone's had enough of something. It could be totally to do with a work situation, because the only love romantic card I've got on the table is this King of Hearts, and that can just be a description of a water sign. It can be someone that's a water sign. It can be someone that's very loving, family orientated. It can be someone with red hair or blonde hair. So it might just be a description of a person. And this is all to do with work, money, and being stubborn. It's like you're hanging on to something how you want it to be, and you need to be responsible for your actions, and you need to get back into committed to the journey of what it is you want to do. Because it looks like you started out like, this is where I'm going to put the money, this is what I'm going to do with my life, this is where the people I'm going to hang around. Then you're sort of like, nope, nope, nope. And this is where you back off and you put walls up. And this is where you start to assess everything and look at things from the past and think, okay, how can I make this all better? Then this is where I don't want to be responsible for that. And this is where I don't want to be involved in that. I'm losing my commitment here. And then this is stubborn. So I feel for some of you, if this is not you, you're dealing with someone like this. During this week, where you're sort of like, oh my gosh, we need to put this money into this. What are you doing? Why are we spending money on that? We can't afford this. There's some sort of discussion going on about money. Someone's putting their foot down, and then we have maybe this guy comes in to balance everything back out again. But money-wise, it's sort of like $8, 9 hours work, or 8 hours pay, 9 hours work, 7 hours pay. So it's sort of like you're putting a lot of hard efforts in, but the money, instead of going up, is coming down for some reason this week. It's only for the week. So next week, hopefully everything turns around and it's a lot brighter. But that's what I get for week number 2 in April for the 8th through to the 14th.